Welcome, students, to Flat Earth University.
This is Stephen Alonso, the owner of, dare I say it, the Flat Earth University. But he's not just the owner. He's also the tactical operations leader of the Flat Earth University Defense Force.
Hi there, it's Steve. I'm the Tactical Operations Leader with the Flat Earth University Defense Force.
Now, Steve is a busy boy. He's not just the owner of the university and the leader of the university's defense force, he's also the resident professor. And during his lectures, he shows us some really interesting things.
I'm Professor Steve of the Flat Earth University, and today I want to show you water.
Well, thank you, Steve, but I've already seen some before. Now, you might be thinking this is a joke. I can assure you it's not. We'll take a look at the university in a second. But first of all, how many people do you think have been crazy enough to enroll in this absolute shambles?
I have 400 students right now fully enrolled.
Now, that may or may not be true, given the fact that Stephen Alonso, as well as being the professor at the Flat Earth University, is also the biggest liar I have ever seen in this corner of YouTube. Now, that's quite a statement to make, and I will prove that to you as this video unfolds. But for now, let's take a look at the university itself. The website shows us the building with the words Flat Earth University plastered across the front. We can see the nice logo here. And my favourite bit on the landing page is if we scroll down, we can see that the Flat Earth University has a global footprint. I kid you not. As far as our academic programs go, they claim to offer bachelor's and master's degree programs in geocentric cosmology. And apparently at Flat Earth University, they are more than just an educational institution. We are a community of fuckwits, forward thinkers, skeptics, and open-minded individuals. Now, if we click on the news tab on the website, it shows us what they're looking at right now. Apparently, they're looking at flat earth alpha males. Are you a schemer or are you a Chad? Seems very academic, doesn't it? And when we scroll further down past a load of adverts, we can see the courses they have on offer. Some of them are free, some of them you've got to pay for, obviously. And one of the ones we can pay for or pre-order now, unfortunately, is the Flat Earth Kids homeschooling package. Listen, if you are stupid enough to want to waste your money on stuff like this, waste your money, but don't inflict it on your kids. Now, there's a lot more to see on the website, and I'm sure we will later on in this video, but first of all, I did say before that Stephen Alonso is the biggest liar I have seen on this corner of YouTube, and that is very troublesome, given the fact that the lies he tells might encourage people to take part in this absolute shambles that is his university, part with the money, and even, maybe, pass it on to their kids with the homeschooling pack. So, before we get into his lies, I need to show you what Stephen Alonso looks like when he's not lying.
Good morning, everyone.
So we're about to see some of the most spectacular lies I have ever heard. And the extent of the lies and the arrogant flippantness in which Steve Alonso just fronts these out as if it's absolutely nothing will blow your mind. If not infuriate you. Now, a lot of these lies were uncovered by the organizer of the final experiment, and his name is Will Duffy.
His name is Will Duffy.
Okay, so lie number one. Stephen Alonso lied about being a pilot. He even wrote a book where he said being a pilot is why he became a flat earther. Take it away.
I went to Amazon and I typed in your name.
Yes.
And the first thing that came up is Flight to Truth, A Pilot's Journey to Flat Earth. And that's you.
Yes.
And so in this book, you claim to be a pilot.
Yes.
Am I hearing you right that you were never a pilot?
No, of course not.
Okay, I appreciate that because your book claims that you were, and it claims that that's actually how you came to be flat Earth was by being a pilot.
Correct, but I have books that say as a man I can get pregnant.
Lie number two. On his Flat Earth University website, he claims to have a PhD from York University.
It says here that you got a Bachelor of Computer Science from the University of Waterloo, a Master of Computer Science from Queen's University, and a PhD from York University.
The PhD from York is not true.
Okay.
Lie number three on his website. He claims to have held faculty positions at several different universities.
Well, this one here says that you've held faculty positions at several universities. I couldn't find any evidence of that.
Correct.
Lie number four, claiming to have received a Teachers Award from Queen's University. And lie number five, claiming to have received a Researchers Award from York University.
And then it also says that you received the Excellence in Teaching Award from Queen's University and the Distinguished Researcher Award from York. I got the list of the winners of those, and you weren't there listed in either of those. Okay.
Lie number 6, creating fake professors that simply don't exist and putting them on the website as if they are genuine people.
Another professor at the school, Professor John M. Anderson. I have a feeling this is a fake person.
Oh yeah, correct.
Lie number 6578 requires the use of the Internet Wayback Machine to find a part of the website that no longer exists that tells us about the campus. A campus that apparently provided an educational experience wrapped in the natural beauty and cultural richness of one of the world's most charming islands. In fact, this is a campus that offers an unparalleled experience. In fact, the university even went as far as to claim it would offer visa support and orientation programs to help international students settle into the new academic home. Now, this sounds idyllic, doesn't it? But obviously, this is a Stephen Alonso claim. So clearly, you've guessed it, the campus doesn't exist at all.
So there really is no campus then?
Well, the Flat Earth University exists as a business in Belize, and I use it for a lot of my financial purposes. Like, we own assets here.
Gotcha. But it's not like a physical campus.
Correct. No, we can't ever have physical campuses due to the threat of hate crimes. That'll never happen for Flat Earth, at least not now in the current state we are in.
Now, if you are a flat earther watching, we have long passed the point where the number of lies being told outweighs the number of fingers you've got on your hand. So I know you're probably struggling to keep count, but this is about lie number 755 million. This is where Stephen Alonso lied about having an ISSA certification, which basically gives him the credentials to be a personal trainer.
And this one here, you said in 2020 you did your ISSA certifications?
Yes. Do you want me to get my textbooks?
I called them, and they said you never finished and you were never certified.
I don't know why they would say that. I don't even think they're legally allowed to say that.
Well, people want to make sure that the people that are claiming to be ISSA certified are legitimate. So I think they are allowed to do that so that people can't just lie about it. And they definitely said you contacted them about doing the class, but that you never finished it and are not certified.
That's interesting.
Now, his next lie involves his involvement in the final experiment, which of course was the expedition led by Will Duffy, where he took flat earthers down to Antarctica, resulting in the conversion of many, many, many flat earthers after they saw the 24-hour sundown there, obviously debunking the flat earth.
And on December 2024, I represented Flat Earth for the science and math of the final experiment and ended up winning.
Now, this one is interesting because it's a little bit like lying through omission. When Will Duffy went down to Antarctica, he did issue a challenge to people, globe earthers and flat earthers, to send in predictions about, for example, what they would see, what would the sun be doing. And he wanted the working out, he wanted the maths, so he could see whether they were actually using a flat earth model or a globe earth model to make those predictions. Now, Stephen Alonso was the only flat earther to submit, so therefore, technically, he did win, but this is how he represented his victory on his YouTube channel.
That brings us to Stephen Alonso. Stephen Alonso told me that he expects the sun to rise in the southeast and set in the southwest, and he gave pretty accurate times. Once again, his answers aligned with the globe. Stephen Alonso, I do know from seeing his stuff that he ascribes to the AE map, which anyway, the winner for the flat earth side is none other than Stephen Alonso.
And he even celebrated his victory by posting on Instagram and claiming that he was going to be due some kind of medal once Will Duffy had recovered from the strenuous final experiment. But this is Stephen Alonso, a man who I'm beginning to believe is waterproof to honesty. There has to be something more to the story. Now, you might have seen in the clip where Will Duffy was speaking before, there was lots and lots of edits. Stephen Alonso has obviously cut something out. What was missing?
This flat earther, Stephen Alonso, said that the London to Santiago flight was longer. So this didn't make any sense. But this is why I planned ahead and said you must include your math. So I went ahead and checked his math, and what do you know? He used the radius, the average radius of the globe in his formula. But this was supposed to be a flat Earth entry, Stephen.
Anyway, if you want to go to a university campus that doesn't exist and be taught by a professor who has been made up and doesn't exist, also you can become a certified master of flat Earth. If that's what you want to do, then you're an idiot. Alternatively, if you've made it this far into the video, you could hit subscribe, and I will be back next week. Bye-bye.